Pharah. Before we start the lessons, I will be letting you know that I will have to let you guys know that you have to leave comments down below to tell me who you want me to teach next. I know I've been going in a very specific order. I can break it if I want to, if I get told, but I've been getting told on a lot of things that these videos I'm making are pretty helpful, and it is very nice. I only did 2 videos due to the fact I did start a while ago, but it's okay and all that. But before I even start with the Pharah training, all I gotta let you guys know is that these videos of mine are hopefully letting you guys know how to do these things correctly if you're new to the game, and hopefully it is very helpful for you guys. But until then, please subscribe, leave a comment, or like the video, and if you found this pretty helpful, please tell me if you enjoyed it. And until then, I will get to the teaching immediately. So everyone knows Pharah. She's an Egyptian who has a jetpack wing like thing on her back, who obviously has the power of shooting rockets from her little weapon area here. Now, people found quite Pharah difficult to use due to the fact that sometimes if you get too close, you kill yourself, or, well, one thing leads to another. You get sniped, you get killed in midair, or sometimes even worse, you sometimes fly off and you can't save yourself. When Pharah flies, she has a feel meter. She has a field meter which tells you when you're empty and you can no longer fly. Now, this is a very helpful tip. It gives you fairly good advice on how much you can fly. With this ability to fly, it's pretty nice due to the fact you can kill lots of people in the air. It's sort of an advantage, but also gives you a disadvantage, because while you're in the air, you have less of a chance of actually doing big damage. Sure, doing enough damage to at least help and kill people, but it gets to the point where you somewhat feel like you're useless with Pharah. So, how to work her. First of all, we got Pharah's level side special, or her first, not side special, her very first attack. And that is a rocket shot, which allows her to shoot a rocket from her little weapon area here. And it gives her the opportunity to do big damage. Sorry, I went silent there for a minute. You gotta make sure when to use her correctly. I sometimes don't do it correctly in these videos I know, but it's fine, and trust me, it will pay out later. And if you're wondering, some of these skills I gotten from a friend by the name of Felix, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel. Anywho, in order to work Pharah, at least that's what I got from my knowledge, is to try and keep her flying. If I remember correctly, you might as well start with a nice good jump with the jetpack, aka one of her side specials, and you use very much of the rocket. Then you gotta make sure you don't get shot down while in the air. If you have to, go ahead and fly down and make sure you don't get hit, if it's your only option. Now, as Pharah is pretty difficult, like I said multiple times during this video. But in order to win, you have to learn how to use her, if you're more about doing big damage. And it is pretty tough. Trust me. Playing with some of these characters is a really tough thing for me, but all the explaining that I do, it hopefully works out for you all. So, Pharah only has one shot, which is the rocket launcher, or whatever she calls it. It has very specific names. It is called the rocket launcher, yeah. But she has 2 little side specials. One of them was the jetpack, which gives her a little bit of a high boost. And it really just makes you go higher. The other one is very special due to the fact it's also kind of a pullback. And it basically, when you shoot it, everything around it kind of flies back, including you, if you're close enough to it. It's really useful, especially when you're around cliff-like areas. And if there's an enemy near it, go ahead and use it and they'll fly right back down onto the deadly depths below. Playing as Pharah is a sort of difficult thing, but there is some sort of advantage to her. Her little big special is a very powerful thing. All you gotta do is make sure you get up high enough, get somewhere sneaky, or, well, just get right in front of them and blast them all to hell. Let them experience what hell really means by firing off thousands and thousands of missiles at their faces, unsuspectingly too. But Pharah is a pretty simple person if you know how to use your flying ability. The flying is the only thing that is the problem. If you don't know how to fly, then you have no idea what you're doing. That's why people, for some reason, love to fly a lot with non-stop, which causes them to fly down, which gives the enemies a big advantage on actually hitting you. And you just gotta make sure you cannot die. But there's nothing really else to teach about her. She only has simple things that maybe sort of a beginner would have no problems with. Only those big advanced type of people will have those sort of knowledge in order to take those kind of people out with Pharah. I don't have much of good talent with Pharah as in the game. And granted, I don't have much talent at all with all the heroes. There are specific ones which help me in many ways. Now, the only problem that can actually come across you while you're as Pharah is things like Genji, maybe another Pharah, Roadhog, Junkrat, sometimes Soldier, Bastion. All those fairly simple characters can easily destroy you with less to work. All they gotta do is take a couple shots at you, and there you go. They win at killing you. And you gotta, it's probably your first trajectory to take them all out before you die. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little how to work. I know it wasn't very well done in the video game, but trust me, all the teaching should help you out a lot. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. And out.